Ahoy, this is Zdenka. Zhiyun Smooth 5S is here, an upgraded version of Zhiyun Smooth 5, which was released last November and also won Red Dot Award 2022 for product design. It's an ideal gimbal for large phones and for those who are interested to film in manual mode with filters and extra lenses. Some of you might be already familiar with Zhiyun Smooth 5. For those who are new into this, today it's in-depth review of Zhiyun Smooth 5S. This video is sponsored by Zhiyun, however, I'm not being told what to say. What has been upgraded? The gimbal comes in two colors. This classic dark one I have here, and also white version. I really like the white look, it looks sharp. The gimbal looks pretty much the same as before. What has changed is the 5S name right here, and this whole part is new. It has built-in light with 5000 Kelvin color temperature. So now you can use this light and add two more magnetic lights here at the top and bottom. One light is already included in the package. It enables 360 degrees all-around lighting in the maximum of 15 square meters. Multiple filters and hue adjustments are provided as well. What is cool is that you can have all the lights on, or you can turn off the arm light and use only those magnetic lights with filters. I also noticed the clamp has been changed to this knob to lock the arm when you are balancing the gimbal. It takes only 2 hours to fully charge the gimbal via PD fast charging. Once it is fully charged, you get up to 25 hours of filming. It's a 3-axis gimbal. It has a much deeper clamp, so you can fit in a phone with a phone case and attach filters. You can mount the phone to film in horizontal or vertical mode. Last year, I tried all kinds of setups with the previous version, Zhiyun Smooth 5 and iPhone 13 Pro, and it could handle lots. Look at that setup. Now this is really funny. So this is actually the tele lens with VND filter, and this is a heavy setup. This is like at the borderline when this is the max you can probably load on this, because I have it all the way at the end and it still is working fine. I just want to do a few shots and see how it's gonna go. The sun is quite strong right now, so let me turn it around again and let's do some shots with this setup. If you can balance it, it's gonna work. I actually asked Zhiyun a few days ago, what is the maximum payload for this gimbal? And their answer made me realize that they are working very hard to stand out from the crowd, to stand out well above the other competition, because what they did really needs to be acknowledged. They created a very detailed Zhiyun Smooth 5S smartphone compatibility list where you can find the phone you have. You will see right away what camera is supported, what frame rates and resolutions you get. Everything is answered there. Slow motion, dolly zoom, time-lapse, hyperlapse, what is supported with native camera app. This list is available on their website, and I'll also link it below for those interested. This is excellent. Thank you very much for this. The range of motion is huge. You get a full 360 pan. Look at the tilt range. It's just huge. Roll motors have nice range as well. And if you need to do continuous non-stop 360 rotation, you can, thanks to the vortex mode. The modes you get on this gimbal are pan follow, lock mode, all follow mode, POV, and mentioned vortex mode. You can switch those modes directly on the gimbal with a mode button, so you can film in any app of your choice. What this gimbal allows is hand repositioning. What it means that, let's say I'm filming something and I need to change the framing tiny bit. So I'm just gonna move the phone, hold it for 2 seconds, let go. Or even this way, holding for 2 seconds, let go. That way I don't have to use the joystick and try to frame the shot perfectly, which takes a while. This is way faster. And I love this feature because I'm very picky when it comes to composition and framing. And for those wondering, yes, you can also film in low angle. Just flip the gimbal upside down. Zhiyun Smooth 5S can be used with 3 apps, ZY Cami and StaCam, which are made by Zhiyun, and they come with this gimbal. The third-party app, which can be used also with this gimbal, is Filmic Pro. Stabilization of this gimbal is really great because in StaCam and Filmic Pro, you can enable higher level of stabilization. Here is Zhiyun's StaCam app, where I selected professional level. Let's start with a hard walk, ninja or filming walk deep into the knees, and lastly run. What is the difference between ZY Cami and StaCam? ZY Cami is for beginners who are just starting out. StaCam is for professional filming, advanced filming. It's very similar to Filmic Pro, except it already comes with the gimbal. The function of buttons will depend on which app you are using. I created an in-depth tutorial on how to use the ZY Cami app a few months ago. I will list it below the video in a video description for those interested. The same goes with Filmic Pro. I have created a tutorial on how to use this gimbal with Filmic Pro. The video shows in detail what each button does. Again, all will be linked below. I haven't created StaCam app tutorial yet, but it is definitely coming up. I'm going to show both apps with iPhone 14 Pro. Now, if you have Android, please use the mentioned compatibility list, since Zhiyun already did all the work and listed all different Androids, what they are getting and what they are not getting. It doesn't make sense anymore for me to show you that particular Android I have here, because you probably have a different model and all Android phones will be different. Let's take a look at ZY Cami and briefly go through the main features. You can film in automatic and manual mode. You can film in 24, 25, 30, and 60 frames per second in 4K, 1080p, and 720p. Beauty mode is here. Under settings, you can turn on continuous smartphone video light. Choose which microphone you are using. You can also use an external or Bluetooth microphone. You can turn on the grid. You can select white balance, which is only available when filming in manual mode. You can enable gesture control, smart, and HDR shooting. You can adjust all gimbal settings in this section, and in general section, you can see even more settings, together with access to Pro mode, which will take you directly to StaCam. On the left, you have also smart guides, which will help you to learn some moves. On the right, you can select filming modes, hyperlapse, which can be filmed in 1080p or 720p, time-lapse, and motion-lapse. That can be filmed in 4K, 1080p, and 720p in 24, 25, and 30 frames per second. Dolly zoom, 8x slow motion in 720p, panorama, you have choice of 180, 240 degrees, 3x3, and clone me. Video mode, photo mode is next, Alive, which is for live streaming, and Smart feature, where are your pre-designed stories. You just follow the instructions, film the clips, it will automatically cut it together and add the music. You can film with selfie camera, and you can enable tracking mode. Lastly, when you go to ZY Cami homepage, you can access the video editing section. You can edit your own way. You can choose quick edit, templates, quite smart edits, and online editing. That is available only with Prime membership. In this app, ZY Cami, buttons will work like this. Zoom wheel is for zoom. Menu button pulls out smart templates. The light is for turning the light on. When it is on, you can turn the wheel to make the light stronger or dimmer. If you need to turn off the arm light and use only those magnetic lights, you will do that with this function button on the side. Long press will turn off the arm light. You can turn it on the same way. The wheel around the light button has 4 more buttons. The top one is pulling out video settings, and the bottom one is to pull out your gallery. Mode is for switching gimbal modes. The record button is start and stop recording if you press one time. If you press two times, you will switch between rear and front camera. Trigger is on the back. If you press one time, you will enable tracking mode. If you press two times, you will recenter the gimbal, and if you press three times, the gimbal will spin 180 degrees. If you press and hold, you will enter Go or Sports mode. Let's take a look at the StaCam app, which is for professional level of filming or advanced filming. All the buttons in this app will do a lot more. This wheel now controls zoom and focus. I just changed the mode with this side button. This is zoom, this is focus. If you double tap the record button, you can switch between lenses. The ring around the light button has different functions as well. The top one will pull out resolution, filming mode, and frame rate settings. Left button, which is display, will switch between plain screen and screen with all these icons. Bottom button will pull out album, and right button will pull out manual controls. If you keep pressing, you will switch between shutter speed, ISO, white balance, and resolution with frame rates. With the light button, you can switch each control from automatic to manual, and then with the wheel, when you turn it around, you just adjust the parameters you want. If you have Zhiyun Prime membership, the function button on the side will pull out all controls in that section, such as focus peaking, zebra pattern, false color, highlight clipping, monochrome display, and advanced settings. Besides filming in manual mode with different lenses, you can also select aspect ratio, frame guides, save frame, film in one of these log profiles, and LUTs. And there are many. Under settings, you can allow remote control with ZY Remo. You can turn on portrait mode, choose level of stabilization, choose bitrate. You can film up to 64 megabits per second, and you can choose coding H.264 or H.265, plus more. Zhiyun also offers optional accessory for this gimbal, and that is this nice carry bag. Link to this product, compatibility list, and past tutorials on Zhiyun Smooth 5 can be found below the video in the video description for those interested. I will be creating another in-depth tutorial how to use Zhiyun Smooth 5S gimbal, so don't forget to subscribe if you are not already. Well, give it a thumbs up if you found this video informative. If you have any questions, comments, leave them below, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao, ahoj.